The Wild West, the 1800s, a time of cowboys and outlaws. Vast prairies stretched as far as the eye could see. Saloons buzzed with whispers of gold and gunfights. The air was thick with danger and opportunity. Life was hard. Towns were small and lawmen were few and far between. Outlaws roamed free, robbing banks and trains. They disappeared into the vast wilderness, leaving a trail of chaos behind them. But the West wasn't just a haven for criminals. It was a place where justice, though sometimes hard to find, still had a price. This is where the bounty hunters came in. Bounty hunters were the law in a lawless land. They were hired guns, trackers, and detectives all rolled into one. Their job was dangerous, but the rewards could be great. A bounty was placed on an outlaw's head. The higher the bounty, the more dangerous the criminal. Bounty hunters would chase these wanted posters, risking their lives for a chance to bring them to justice and collect the reward. These men and women came from all walks of life. Some were former lawmen, others were skilled trackers and survivalists. They were united by their courage and their unwavering pursuit of justice. Bounty hunting was no easy task. It required cunning, skill, and a good set of tools. A bounty hunter's most important weapon was his gun. Colt revolvers and Winchester rifles were common sights on their saddles. They were experts in their use, able to draw and fire with deadly accuracy. But firepower wasn't everything. Bounty hunters were also master trackers. They could read the subtlest signs in the dirt, following footprints and hoofprints for miles. They knew the land like the back of their hands, using their knowledge of the terrain to their advantage. They often relied on disguises and aliases, blending into crowds and gathering information in saloons and gambling dens. Their success depended on their ability to outsmart and outmaneuver their prey. Section 4. Legends of the hunt-famous bounty hunters of the Wild West. The Wild West was rife with legendary lawmen, but the stories of its bounty hunters are just as compelling. These individuals etched their names in history through their daring exploits and relentless pursuit of justice. One such figure was Bass Reeves, a former slave who escaped to freedom during the Civil War. This remarkable man, known for his impeccable morals and incredible skill, apprehended over 3,000 criminals during his career. Reeves was known to memorize his warrants, never having to bring one with him during an arrest. Then there was the infamous Tom Horn, a former Pinkerton detective who later became a feared bounty hunter. Horn was a master tracker and a skilled marksman. However, his ruthless methods and alleged involvement in several killings left a controversial mark on his legacy. These individuals, along with many others, became symbols of a bygone era, their names forever tied to the untamed spirit of the Wild West. Section 5. The end of an era, the legacy of the Wild West bounty hunter. As the 19th century drew to a close, the Wild West began to change. The railroads expanded, connecting the East Coast to the West. Law enforcement became more organized, slowly pushing out the need for bounty hunters. The era of the Wild West bounty hunter may be over, but their legacy lives on. They were a product of their time, rough-and-tumble individuals who lived by their own code. Their stories remind us of a time when justice was often served on horseback under a vast and unforgiving sky. They are a part of American history, a reminder of the untamed spirit of the Wild West.